Like,
I mean,
know, right?
it is pretty much my brand. Like chaos has been turning
chaotic
into my
Esther.
brand. Yeah, I'm just like I'm bringing.
Oh, oops, we're live. Oops.
Ooh, yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah.
are.
I never know. So the only
Yeah.
time I know we're live is Nia's, and that's because she's got the whole music thing,
Oh yeah,
Is
I
it
know
really?
her perfect. Yeah.
Oh, there's a heck
I
of a
mean, I
delay
don't
because
need
you
to be
just
shocked
went
if
live
it's
on
not
YouTube.
Exactly.
Yeah, I had to like refresh it to recheck that it was live. So hello,
We're on my TV.
everybody.
Hello, us on the TV.
Hello. We are at the TV. We
Oh my
made
God.
it. Woo.
And then we disappear.
Hello,
Really?
everyone.
Hello. Hello, Rachel.
Rachel
You were
first.
first. It is like super slow on my end. Hello, hello. We got
It's okay.
Cool Gamer. We got
Brian from
Anna
Class.
doing double duty. We got
Hi, Anna.
her.
And there's Anna. There's Santa
My
Anna
favorite
and
member.
Anna.
This is Anna. Yeah.
There's an Anna and
Anna's in the
So-
chat. Santa Anna's on screen. See?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Ultimate
So
personality.
welcome to the holiday chatty stream. I got almost full house. Almost. So let's introduce ourselves, lovely ladies, so JC can get her food. We don't want her to pass out. Please no. So let's start with
Okay, if you feel
Twinkle,
faint,
twinkle,
though, drop
little
your
feet.
address in the private chat so we know where to send the police or the ambulance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Please.
Doxing JC
Hold up. I'm
in
sorry.
the main
I
chat.
was supposed to drop the address.
I said in the private chat.
I know.
Just for us.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna say if I
Just for us.
Don't give it to everybody. We don't want to send everyone to you.
Oh God, no. Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
To anyone in the chat. So sorry.
Come
That's
on,
not
twinkle,
true,
twinkle, little
Rachel.
feet.
I mean, I
Let's
may
grab
shed
that
a small tear for brisket and barbecue, but I'm
Oh.
okay.
Did you hear what I was having for dinner?
Bless you, Rachel.
Not
Yeah, I
a
did.
she.
Steak.
Oh,
Yeah, I
you
did.
did?
No,
Steak.
I heard. She's
Good
eating
old
brisket's
steak.
cousin.
I'm gonna enjoy it
Steak.
immensely.
Yeah, enjoy it.
Intros, Tiff.
Tiff, introduce yourself,
I
please.
feel like she waited until I was drinking just because I had to shout the address in the private chat.
Oops, my bad. It wasn't intentional, I promise.
Hello, everybody. I'm Tiffany, TLRUSS Lifestyle on the internet, or Twinkle Twinkle Little D during the holidays. I have a YouTube channel where we stream on Thursdays. You can come catch me for PJs and Scribbles, along with most of these lovely people. It's a good time. We have fun. And then I also have a Kindle Vella called Come Find Her. I am determined to upload a new episode this weekend, but don't hold me to it. And then I also have a Ko-fi where you can come hang out and check out my book club. That's me. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Hi, I'm author JC Carpenter. I have books. I make videos and do the things, and I have a Ko-fi page, and I stream on Wednesdays from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is me. It's the wonderful Santa Anna next. I'll be right back. Going to get dinner.
Hi, I'm Anna, or Ant Hugger on the internet. I'm a PhD student and a writer. I am currently writing a dark academia novel. So yeah, there is Donner and Vixen of fiction.
Donner has fallen asleep, and I am Vixen of Fiction. Also, Nia here on the interwebs. I host on at Wednesday nights, so you can come check us out. Then with these lovely folks are always joining me, which is amazing. So we do writing sprints. I posted TikToks and shorts or reels, whatever your medium is. If you don't like one platform, you can do another. So I posted one today. There will be a Loki short reel TikTok tomorrow. So those are every Friday and Saturday. And I write stuff. I work on stuff. I draw stuff on occasion. Yeah, that is me. Come hang out. It's cool.
Yay! So you're on my channel. You're in it, not on it. In it. I am for tonight. I don't know how long. I'm Epiphany Mary Endure. So welcome to Chaos. No, not really. It's gonna be a very chatty stream. I promised 2 sprints, which I haven't even searched for timers. Because that's not how you should do things. Don't follow my floor planning. But let's start with the first. We're gonna be talking about a lot of like goals, resolutions. We're just like what 3 weeks away from the end of the year, which is insane. If you ask me. So, are you a yearly goal person or resolutions person? Why? Not everyone at the same time.
I have made resolutions, but I feel like resolutions to me, like the things that I make as resolutions are just like goals. They're just more like nebulous goals. So like, I think probably more of a yearly goal person, but like the most recent like resolution I made that I actually stuck to was like, I just decided one year that I was going to like, if I needed to do like a task, like usually an annoying admin task or something, and I had no reason not to do it immediately, I would do it immediately. And then like that literally just like made my life so much better. And I was like, but I don't even know if that's a resolution. That was just kind of a like, be a better human being.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to do kind of resolutions, but I found that if it's something like really extraordinary, I was never going to stick with it. Like I've been in fitness for a long time, so it's like a whole like lifestyle, and it's a lot, and we never stick to. It's like a training season. It would be like a training season, and then like that's done, that's over. We're not doing that anymore. Like switching up the diets or getting into shape for show or for a conference or something like that. So they're small term, yeah, but I don't do those kinds of things anymore because, just we won't get into all that. But I don't do those kinds of things anymore. So I'm more of a just what feels good, what feels right, trying to just be healthy, period, and leaving it at that. So those I'm going to lose this much weight or I'm going to gain this much muscle. I used to do those back in the early years of my fitness. And as far as personally, I just every year it's always like, okay, this year I want to do better. I want to do more things, and I generally do. So I don't really feel like those are resolutions. It's just that as far as the family goes, if if we did something that we really enjoyed, we want to do that again or do more of this or more of that, or just really just try to enjoy each other more, especially before all the kids start dispersing across the country, which they haven't yet. Thank goodness, because I don't want them to leave. But at some point, they might go more than just a trip. They travel, but they travel and come back home. So I want to appreciate, and that's always, I want to appreciate that having them around while they're around, and they're just like sprouting up. They're all like taller than me. So yeah, it's like I don't ever want to feel like I let myself down. So I try not to say I'm going to do something outrageous that I'm not to do. Like I'm not going to do that. I've learned by this age, there's some things I'm not going to do that. That's insane. I don't, so I don't even put those on the list. So anything that it's more like a goal, a thing that, I just want to accomplish that. But writing wise, I would like to get something published as me, like where you guys will know that I have this thing. Not like I wrote this thing, but I'm not going to say anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's a whole other self-confidence hill to climb. It will be accomplished when it gets accomplished. Long answer. Sorry.
No,
I think
you're
about these.
fine.
I think about these things way too much.
Again, it's a chatty video. We're here to mostly
You
chat.
did say Chatty. I was prepared.
Yeah. Tiff, goal or resolution?
I am a goal person because I tend to believe resolutions are things you make when you're drunk.
Oh, I love that.
I mean, for the most part, it feels like that's when people make resolutions. You know, it's New Year's Eve. You've had a few. Everybody's singing Old Lang Syne. Nobody knows what it means. Somebody asks, "What are you doing this year?" People are like, "Oh, I'm gonna," and then they come up with something. So that's how I tend to look at resolutions. Plus, I feel like they never really get done. You know, like Mia was saying, they just seem like there's random things that you say, and then maybe you might work on it. And I too worked in the fitness industry, and it's amazing how many people come in and they're like, "This year I'm losing 20 pounds. That's my resolution." And we would see them that one time. And there you go. You know,
the hours
sign up at the gym the first of the year, and they drop off by February. That's what the one lady.
And so I'm just not great at it. At the resolutions.
Yeah. How about you, JC? After you finish eating that mouthful,
that's like payback. You put the food right in the mouth.
I mean, I see your video, so I'm pretty sure I know you are a goal person, but I still want your answer.
I've never really done the resolution thing. It's just always like, goals. I'm a goals person.
Yeah, I really never understood resolutions per se. I used to be very much like a dream or a hope person. And then we got a disc. La, 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 la. Yay!
Hello, friends.
Hi, friend.
Introduce yourself and then answer the question.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Hello.
Esther said.
Hi, friends.
I feel like Des has decked the halls.
I think Des might not have read Des might have not read the whole email either.
Oh no, I didn't. Maybe read the whole.
Find out.
I skimmed too. You good?
Oh no! What did I just join?
One of us.
Okay, hi friends, I'm Desiree. You can find me on YouTube at Coffee Reading Writing. I post weekly videos on Wednesdays. I stream Mondays, right by the moon live streams at 8 p.m. Eastern. And I'm on most social medias as Desiree M. Ortega. And then, are you a yearly goal or a resolutions person? But, okay.
Don't tell me they're the same. They're not the same.
No, I know, but I'm kind of, they almost feel like the same because resolutions are done yearly on a specific day. And so, resolutions are not the same. They're like, yes, I get it. Which just for a second, my brain went like, wait.
Resolutions are the things people say they're going to do, but never.
I know. And then
I saw it on your face, and I'm like, they're not the same, guys. Don't even go to that path.
I had a long day, okay? I was just like, wait.
Yeah, but I feel like if you're a certain type of person, you could say, like, this is my resolution, but you're just treating it like a goal, you know?
Yeah, it's just a goal, so you know you're going to get it done. That would work.
Yeah.
Like, I'm definitely more a yearly goal type of person.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I became vegan as like a resolution one year, and I've been vegan for like 6 years, but it wasn't like I would like tell people that was my resolution if they asked, but it was more just like I already wanted to do it. It was something I was passionate about. And then
So it always cracks me up that resolutions are the things that people don't generally follow through on, because if you look at the meaning of the word resolute,
it's like something made up your mind. Like to do.
No, we're horrible.
We really don't do that
at all. We do not take the word for face value at all.
I think like Tiffany said, we really treat it like that thing that you say when you get drunk on New Year's Eve. I don't drink, so maybe that's why I'm not big on resolutions. But yeah,
Yeah,
but
I
yeah,
totally.
pretty much.
So
And
Angela
hello,
came
Angela.
here. She said JC's hanging in the corner.
Hold on. I was
Chicken
in the
Sparrow's watching with Rachel.
I feel like she's
God.
chicken,
yeah,
and her chicken's name is Sparrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm more of a get done any time of year kind of person. That's why I like goals, because even if you set them for the year, you can like in a couple of months redo them.
Mhm.
Like resolutions feel like you
One and
really
done.
yeah
like, if you don't get it done, you failed. You failed.
yeah.
Also, I feel like goals, like you could set a goal at any given time. Like it doesn't have to be like a New Year's goal or like a mid-year goal or just like like you could set it for whatever.
And
You could
within
set
a
monthly goals,
yearly,
weekly goals, whatever goals you want to set.
exactly, because within a yearly goal, you can break it down in so many ways.
I like what Morgan just said. Resolutions are goals without a plan.
Very
I
true.
feel like
I'm getting there.
Very true.
It's just a lot of highs.
Hellos everywhere.
That's like
Very
saying,
good.
that's like the weight loss resolution. I'm going to sign up to the gym because I want to lose weight, but you don't create a plan of when you're going to work out, what exercises are you going to do, like to take it seriously.
Resolutions, I think we just treat them as like wishing on a star, magic little poof, dust that
like blowing out the birthday cake, candle, or like you said, wishing on a star. It's New Year's. Let's say the resolution. Yeah, maybe you'll do it, but probably you won't.
And we make it our whole entire year identity for that beginning. And never happens.
Yeah.
Says I love
now
your
we're
name.
gonna get even more chatty. So to my goal people, and even if you have a resolution, you're treating it as a goal. How do you break them down? Like walk me through that planning, not all of it, just a little. Just tease it.
I love it.
You want me to
Wait
go
a
first?
minute. Drop the address in the private chat. I got my phone ready.
I raised my hand too soon. Hold on. I had to swallow. Okay, so I'll just, because I kind of.
She was waving her hands around and everything. Hold on.
I'm on my way, JC. Don't worry.
I love that though. I love knowing that y'all have my back. That is so all the way across the world. Question over there again? What's the question? So
how do you break them down?
I make overall yearly goals of what I want to get done within the year as a whole, and then each month I set little tasks that hopefully will get me towards the broader goal, but like in increments of monthly. Okay, that was it.
Okay, that was a good.
Yeah.
Whether they
I'm
actually
very,
done or
I'm
not,
very,
you didn't ask that question, but
I'm very similar, except for last year. Last year, New Year's, I think I even went on stream and said, I'm just going to do whatever I want, and I'm not setting any kind of goals. Caution to the wind. I knew that I was going to have a wedding coming up for one of the kiddos, and so I was just like, the only planning I planned on doing was planning towards that, and everything else was just kind of like, I'm just going to wing it, and I'm never doing that again. Goals are good. I just need to have I need more of a plan. It was fun for a while until it wasn't. When you get to the third quarter and you're like, what have I done?
Oh, you made it to third quarter? Was that before you?
No, I made it halfway. I made it halfway. It was June or July when I realized
I barely made it to the end of the first quarter, but before I was like, oh, I need a plan. This ain't gonna work.
I made it half a year before I realized, but then it was kind of like I felt like I'm in it now. And then the wedding was coming up, so I was like, oh no, I have made this error, and here we are. So yeah, I got it back together. So goals will be made for the year, and then I'll try to plot out when I can accomplish these goals. but I'm not going to put the pressure on myself that if I don't get them all done, I have to remember I am still a mom of 4 and a low-key mom and a wife.
Mhm.
Got kids in school and kids in college, and
There's a
things
lot.
are going to happen. But
Yeah.
at least they're there so that I can try to fit them as I go.
And something to fall back on, of course, in the midst of everything.
Versus having nothing and being like, what do I do next? What,
Yeah.
I've got like 90 things to do, and what
What am I
order
doing with
to
my
go?
life?
That you're just overwhelmed because you have
Yeah.
a huge pile of things to do and you have no direction as to where
Yeah,
to.
it's like, pick one. Okay, this is what we're doing today. It's not the priority, but hey, here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Anna.
Oh, okay. It's just like we were saying, I feel like learning to prioritize goals is such like a skill that I don't know, I'm still learning it, but things like, if you have like a goal relating to like work versus a goal relating to health, learning like, oh, I'm going to be more effective at accomplishing this work goal if I prioritize the health goal, and stuff like that, which just
Yeah.
seems like counterintuitive versus, given how the world works.
But that's true because, I mean, if we're not taking care of one area in another area, those dominoes fall. And they drop, and then, we're not able to show up for the things we want to do.
Mhm.
Yes.
If only we could learn that lesson before those things drop.
Yeah, isn't that
I
what
mean,
life is, though?
Sometimes you do have to let the wall crumble and like look at the crumble pieces to find the lesson. Sometimes it's that hard to learn things.
And then you have to build it back up, but you're going to build it back up better than it was previously.
Yeah.
Or
And sometimes you just have to like take it all out
and start over. Push all
and
those
start
broken crumbs
completely
away
over.
and start all over again.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like, that's too hard.
I think that's why I limit myself to how many goals I can have per year. I do a brain dump and I write down everything that I need to do or want to do, rather, I guess. And then I pick the things that, like the 6 to 8 that are really feel like the most important. And then I've been trying this new system. It worked for a few months last year until I like completely forgot that was why I started doing that, where I do like 3 specific goals each quarter. And then every month I pick 2. Like I'll work on 2 of those goals for that month.
Okay.
And then like every week I'll do like one of the tasks that pertains to that goal. Or like I'll try to do it like every other day or something like that so that I can kind of keep it moving but not get overwhelmed.
Nice.
I should try that. I should try that. I should try that for 2023. I haven't set my goals yet, so there's still time. I should try that.
So I mostly do what Heartbreeding's her HB90 program. Because I was that kind of person who will be like a long list of things like this ridiculous, like do a 23 list of goals for a year. And I'm like, oh, that sounds so cool. And then I'm like, that is a ridiculous amount of goals for a year. Like, how do you think time works? So now I stick to 3 goals. Usually one is for my writing or my author in general. Another is kind of like community based, which is attached to my author career, but it's community in every aspect that I have in my life. And then I have a personal one, which is usually just things in the house, things that help my mom, my family, my friends, things like that. That's how I kind of like condense it. And I just drop a lot of projects below those goals and hope for the best. No, not really.
I like Rachel. Wait, time works?
No, not really.
So what I've been struggling is, and I might just drop it to 2 goals, is like being like balance 3 goals at the same time. Because usually one is getting dropped. So I might just switch to 2 only.
Okay.
It's might be a little hard, but
I have
go
to
for
get
it.
out of the mindset of thinking that, because like when you said 2 or 3 goals, my mind just immediately was like, that doesn't seem like enough. That would make me feel like I'm not doing enough. And I always
But
feel like I'm
they're like
working.
very global. For example,
There's an umbrella, like
like
Yeah.
my writing goal for this year was. Let me I have it here.
Well, no, I'm not saying that you're wrong in setting the 2 goals. I'm just saying I have to change my way of thinking that I'm never doing enough. I always, like, no matter what I do, I always feel like it's not enough. Like I
Yeah,
Yeah.
like for
Well,
example,
here's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
thing. Like,
which
and I
none of
thought,
them are like really done, but like my writing goals for this year were start querying, which is not gonna happen, and the other one was to get a book ready for self-publishing. So that it's kind of because I'm publishing through Bella, so that it's
Yeah.
kind of yes,
Mhm.
but it's not book format yet. But
yeah.
it's still getting done.
Yeah.
See,
That's
they're
right.
like big things. Like
Yeah.
querying a novel, it has so many things under it.
you break it down. Yeah.
That sometimes I'm
Exactly.
like, is this really doable in a year with the other things that I do? Like,
Mhm.
am I crazy?
And that's the
Probably.
thing, it's with all the other things that you do. Like if that's all that you have to do is then you can say, okay, this month I'm going to do this. February I'm going to go get my initial beta readers. Then I'm going to go through these edits and
Yeah.
so then you could do that. But then when you have a job and kids and all these things, you got to understand that's going to be stretched out some because your time is not your own. Your time
Yeah.
also goes to your job. Your time also goes to your kids and your spouse and your pet. And, so
Yeah.
then you got to like, that's because there are people that do, they buckle down, they're in their home office or their room or whatever. And for 8 hours a day, they're working on that novel and they make that their job. And if that's not you, then you've got to stretch that. How many hours of a day can I work on that? So then you can set that goal realistically. But yeah, you gave what you actually did for last year, or this past year. Those are the 2 examples I was going to give, because to get a book ready to publish, you've got to go through all these steps, and to get a book ready to query, again, you've got to go through all these steps. So you can say it's going to take me 2 months to do this, 2 months to do this. It might take me 1 month to do this, and then you can plan it out. So then each month you've got mini goals within the overarching goal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some,
And like I
and
even said
sometimes,
in the
yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say, like I said in the Notion thing, when I was putting up like the status for your goals, sometimes there's waiting on people, because what if you send out a book for beta readers or for alpha readers or a critique partner, and now you're waiting for them to get back to you, or an editor or something like that? That's taking up time, and
Yeah.
you
And
can't
and
control
then life
everybody else's time,
happens.
no matter how hard we try.
Life happens.
Then
same,
life happens. It's
same
just like,
what Morgan said. Well, there's 2 comments
what's
that
that?
Morgan said when she said that I plan a few goals and think I need to try and do more, and then I have a list of like 15 huge things that is impossible to do in a year. That is me. But then the other one, she said, I'm very all or nothing in my thinking. I'm gonna do the things, or I'm a hermit. And I'm like, that's me too, because I'm just like, okay, I can't half-ass anything. I'm sorry, but I'm like, it's like all or nothing. And like, I'll use the gym as an example. Back when I was able to actually go to the gym and work out, the person that was training me, like if I was having a bad day physically, they were like, okay, well, just try to do moderation. I say, I don't know what moderate. Like, it's either all I go hard or I don't do
Yeah.
anything. And
That is
I don't know how to not.
sometimes it works, but sometimes it can be an obstacle.
I know
So let me go
it's a bad thing.
quickly to the
I'm not
comments.
saying that like
So,
it's a good thing.
I mean, it can be a good thing, but it's just
And
when,
part of
when
it,
moderation.
with the part of it with the gym thing is that your all out should not be what someone who works out every single day's all out is. So you need to adjust. Well, not you, but in general, people need to adjust what their all out is so that they can actually sustain.
The thing with that is, and as it pertains, because I would like to get back to working out in the gym, because that was when I was at my best as far as trying to lose weight. But it's like my mind and my body don't have the same message going on. My mind is like, oh, you can run. on the treadmill, knowing damn
Yeah.
well
And
Yeah.
your mind
and so
needs
then
to
I'll try
remind you.
it because my mind is telling me you can do this, and my body's
Yeah.
like, no, you can't.
But
Yeah.
your body and your mind need to make a connection
You
that
gotta
if
work.
you hurt yourself or wear yourself out, it's actually going to stop you from progressing because you'll get hurt and you won't be able to work out, or you'll be so worn out and exhausted that you'll think, I can't do this every day because I can't feel this tired every day. Because
Sometimes
you're going to
it's
feel
just
tired.
about teaching your mind. Like when we did dance, you can't do a full out performance during a practice, or you don't have the energy to do the full out performance in the performance.
Yeah, you look like
So
you look
it's
like
not that
Doug on
you're
the floor.
half-assing it while you're practicing. It's more that you're conserving what you need in order to do the actual event.
Yeah. That's definitely a thing with theater too. It's like, if it's like a very emotional scene, you know, don't go 100% in every rehearsal because you'll burn out.
Yeah.
Drain
Same
yourself completely.
thing with singing. Like I used to, when I used to go to church, the church that I went had like huge Christmas concerts, like weeks upon weeks of concerts. And there was one year that one of the songs required the sopranos to go like really, really, really high. It was like almost uncomfortably high. And I never did it on practice. And I got called out and I'm like, I'm not gonna like strain my vocal cords. Like I know I can hit the note. I will hit it like maybe once in practice through this month, and then in the general practice the day before the concerts, and then during the concerts. That's it. I'm not gonna strain my vocal cords because of this. Like if you don't believe me, sit and watch me do it. Like I don't care. Like I don't have to prove myself right now.
Nope. That happened to me and another girl that we used to sing in a band, but then we would also do like group things, and they wanted us every time, and we kept telling them we can't do that because we're practicing at this point. We're practicing almost every day. We're gonna strain our voices, and we both did, and then we ended up having to take it down a notch for the performance. And the day before, they're like, "But it sounded perfect." I'm like, you hear my voice now?
Right?
You kept telling us, and we were younger, so we were like, "Oh, we're gonna do what they tell us," but we're telling you, we're already feeling the strain. They learn for the next year.
Let me go through the comments real quick. So, Eva, I make a list of things I want to do, and then notice when I finally do them with no real organization or self-disciplines. But this question probably wasn't for me. I mean, questions are for everyone. You can answer however it seems fit to you. So Morgan says, next year I'm going no goals, but I think it will be good for me. We'll see. I still be doing things, but with less pressure. I think no goals for you, Morgan, will be good because this year was like very stressful.
Like
you deserve like a rest.
And I've talked to Morgan.
Set goals later if you want.
Wait a minute. I've talked to Morgan. Her no goals is like, I'm not going to set any goals. I mean, I'm going to write, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. But I'm not going to set any types of goals.
Yeah. She's like not going to write them down.
It's different when she say, I'm going to write when I feel like it versus I need to write and have this done by this date.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I'm okay with her doing that. So, yeah.
So Eva says, my only real writing goal for 2022 was to finish a draft, since that's what I hadn't done. I finished a few. That's great, Eva. For 2023, I'm hoping to set real intentions towards another such goal. Unsure which. Let us know. My real focus is on community, family, self, and home. Though it's in 2023. That's awesome.
Those are good.
Yep.
Yeah. Hello, Laura. Ooh, Buko, are you doing a video for it?
A video?
Yeah.
Please
I
let
don't know.
us know.
She listed some names in there.
Oh, she already uploaded it.
They are all graphic novels and manga. It is PTSD Radio, 30 Days of Night, Harrow County, and The House on the Lake.
Isn't 30 Days of Night a movie?
Maybe you're asking the wrong
It might be a
person.
movie.
I don't know. Eva, I do one goal until it's done, and just work on things as I work on them until I see a goal as realistic for myself. Not a great method again, but if it works for you, then that's great. Exactly. How time works? Like what?
Are we sure?
So Eva says if I wrote diligently, Jesus, that's worse. 4 hours a day, 5 days a week, 45 weeks a year, I could do A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, but like I'm not diligent.
Diligent.
I feel it. I'm not either. So Laura's going to stay up late reading PTSD radio tonight.
What a name. What a
I
name.
hope you can fall asleep.
Yeah.
Because,
I feel like
am
Laura goes to sleep to the most, what to us might be like the most horrific sounds, and to her she's like sleeping like a baby.
well,
Right, because it's still some of the creepy
Im-
images. Like,
well, immediately she says,
looking
"Well,
at creepy
see, we'll
images
take
and
my
falling
sleep."
asleep.
Saw some of the creepy images before I invested in buying the first omnibus. The next 2 volumes released next year. Oh, geez.
Mhm.
Okay.
I mean, with the title, I'm already like,
Yeah.
I'm like,
That sounds
props
great.
to you, Laura. This is what was JC was talking about, that they made like a huge list of things. And then Eva is the I am not done enough by for me often comes after I take too much downtime. But did I take too much? Or did I fret the entire time about taking any at all? You know, it's not lame. I think we all have been in that position. Like we want to rest, we need to rest, and while we're resting, we are kind of like beating ourselves up because we're resting.
Mhm.
And that is not restful.
It wasn't until yesterday that I stopped feeling guilty for not writing this week. I was like, I feel really guilty, especially when I get on with other people and they're like, I wrote X amount of words that sprint. I'm like, I really should be
Yeah.
writing.
I it's been a while since I'm done with guilt. I have very not great experiences with guilt, so a few years back I decided that I'm not gonna do any guilt.
I love that. Wait, did you
Yeah.
succeed?
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah, I'm like, does it
went
work
away?
for you?
Yeah.
That's
Like
amazing.
I've been on streams and I'm like, if I don't feel like writing, I'm not gonna write. And I enjoy
yeah.
watching people
Oh, okay,
busting
yeah.
500,
I thought you
700,
meant just like
1,000.
guilt in general.
Like, just
Yeah.
guilt in general?
Yeah.
Across the board for everything?
No,
What if you would murder
I
someone?
got
Would
this.
you just be like, oh well?
What if she's like, wait, she's like, well, no.
Like, I mean, at this point, it's
What's your
really
secret?
hard for me
Secret.
to feel guilty.
Yeah, teach us.
Right.
Because this is like guilt to me feels very like feels like someone is trying to manipulate me. Probably because most of the times that I dealt with guilt, it was because someone was trying to manipulate me. So I'm just like, I'm not doing any guilt. No, we're
That's
not
so
doing.
valid.
We don't know who that guilt is.
Mhm.
Like
Mm.
I unsubscribe.
I
So
love that.
Rachel says, "Oh, I got it. 2023 goal. Finish up on book 3. Edit this note out of it. Hope my editor has mercy on me and prep it to go out on summer 2024. That's awesome.
I like that.
I can finish this middle grade series and finish the. You guys can read that whip.
Historicalish. Historicalish.
Historicalish. Like kind of historical.
Historical-ish. Little.
Got it.
Oh,
Got it.
Historical
Now-
adjacent.
are my main writing goal for 2023. I'm ready to move on to others.
Yeah.
All or nothing common. I won't even bother with the goals after I'm done drafting and editing until I finish drafting and editing. Otherwise, it feels too heavy for me and I stand still. That is true and it's totally relatable what Morgan said. Jennifer, I have found that due to my tenuous health situation, goal setting is not feasible for me.
Makes
My only
sense.
true goal this year will be getting my book ready for to beta read by Ben Pig this summer. That is awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So
The
fun.
direction does not
It's not. It does not. Like Mona, I
Uh,
that.
so Laura's still working on meeting my December goals or December goals.
Oh
I'll
yeah,
make my
those.
2023 goals once I get to that section in my bullet journal. I have completed 6 of the goals so far, 3 left. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Victoria, I came late. You came right on time. But I feel like some people act like goal setting is inherently tied to perfectionism or anxiety. But I've learned that when I don't set goals, I do nothing.
Yeah.
It's hard to get motivated once I haven't made the goals. That is true. I
Yeah.
think resolutions can tend to be looked at as anxiety inducing and perfectionism. And I think that's why a lot of people turn into goals because you can goal set anytime. You
Yeah.
can change your goals
Even if it's just
at any
one
moment.
goal to set throughout the year.
Yeah.
So,
Uh, yes, I
that's
have to
why
tell
I'm so intrigued to know how Morgan's no goals year is going to go, and I hope she lost because I'd like to know how that goes.
So, Laura 2023 goals, or at least part of it, is self published Tiny Shivers, May, edit Crimson Strings into draft 2, script and storyboard Nightfall, completing at least the first 2 chapters in full watercolor and ink. Oh,
Nice.
my
Oh,
God, that's awesome.
You got
That's
it.
fun.
we're
Oh,
drawing.
yeah, that sounds fun. Victoria had to figure out how to keep the goals without the pressure, I guess. Oh, that's true. Laura, continuation. Read at least 2 books a month. Edit my middle grade Seed of Doubts. After beta read feedback, write and submit at least 1 novel every month.
She's got a few things.
Yeah,
Just a couple.
no news.
Just a few.
Yeah, just a little, just a little.
Nothing major.
So,
Nothing major at
yeah.
all.
Let's do a 25-minute sprint.
Oh. Oh yeah,
Nice.
that's a thing we
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing that I promised. Uh,
Oh, look
um,
backstage. Look in the private chat.
yeah, I know. I'm like, so yeah, we are seeing. So let's. If I find a tab, I can do that. Yeah, I can.
Mhm.
Let's do a 25-minute sprint in 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Oh yeah, things must be done. Sure.
And for that sprint, how did we do? We also got a Barrett, aka a Santa baby.
Yeah, the baby.
Fancy baby. Oh, now I want to think of that song. Darn it.
If you're in trouble, don't sing it.
Mm-hmm.
How was that sprint for you guys?
I'm in planner heaven right now, so sorry.
Oh,
So I'm like, right now I'm doing all the planning, fun, and decorations and stuff.
And that's nice.
Yay.
I just went to clean up my kitchen, which apparently took most of us, right? So,
You were very productive, basically.
that's an accomplishment.
Yep. I ate dinner and watched a documentary while I was eating. So I could multitasking.
what was for dinner? Nia?
That's kind of late for dinner.
Yeah, my son wanted to cook, so we I showed them how to make the stir fried kind of stir fried Brussels sprouts and carrots. So he made that. He made it was really good. I went back for more.
Nice.
Like that's how you get your kids to love vegetables. You make them cook it, and they kind of like how the kids grow the vegetables. So we did used to grow fruits and vegetables, and make some because they want to eat the things.
Like, of course, Nia grew vegetables for her children. Like,
Right?
If I had children, they'd be lucky to
It's
get
Nia. Of course.
You know what I mean? I'd be like, listen, you little kids, be happy you got a carrot, okay?
Yeah. Certified cool mom.
You got fed. Be thankful.
Right. Be grateful.
Yeah.
Hey, twinkle, twinkle, little T, what'd you get done this sprint?
I should have made dinner, but instead I just made a snack.
Okay.
And
What kind of popcorn?
I didn't even make popcorn. I got some Gouda cheese.
What?
Well, okay, I got this Gouda cheese the other day, and I was like,
Okay.
that with crackers just sounds really good.
Now I just want to see She's the Man movie because of the Gouda.
I like Gouda.
You gotta love a good Gouda. I mean, you know, if I had French bread, I'd still be like ripping some stuff off right now. I'd just be like,
Yeah, right?
But I did that, and then I worked a little bit on some edits.
Sweet.
Barrett.
What did I do? It was super productive. I got home. I ate a little food. I had a massive cat fight backstage with Anna and threw her off screen so that I could get up here. And it was just brutal. We just tore into each other backstage. Wigs were flying. There were eyelashes. Anyway, then
Nails, you know.
oh, yeah, brutal.
Don't worry, we took pictures.
Brutal.
There's a
And video.
It's me.
They're
I'm the
physical
drama.
scars.
And then I hung out with these lovely people backstage and caused some nonsense. So I could say hello, you night owls, before I head to bed, like the grandma that I am.
You're
That's
here.
okay.
How are you? I'm glad to be with you. Sorry, I made
And
a
it's
mess
not
of
take
the
down video incoming. It was like it was epic. Epic.
good stuff. Careful.
That is cute. That is cute.
JK.
Never.
I got a big mug of tea, so I don't lose my voice because I don't know why it's coming and going. What else did I do? I talked to my mom and watched a little bit of the soccer game that is playing.
The World Cup.
That's what I
Is this
did.
the World Cup? Is it World Cup? you're
Yeah,
watching?
it's Netherlands versus Argentina, and
So who are you
Like-
cheering for? Who are you rooting for?
Neither.
Oh,
I don't care. It was just.
I heard
it was,
that Croatia won. I heard
Yeah,
Croatia.
Croatia won.
She's
Over
like,
Brazil. Yeah. I like. Funny thing is, like when I was like making my tea, they were like their last 2 minutes of the 10 minutes they added at the end, and they were like 2 Argentina, 1 Netherlands, and just right after like those 10 minutes were done, Netherlands got a goal, and I'm like, ooh, this is drama. And I'm like, I'm good.
I see.
That
A
was
0-0
fun.
soccer
Yeah,
game is like a 0-0 soccer game is like the most intense thing. It's insane.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it'd be
Yeah.
so boring. Like just nothing happened, or
No,
do people
it's
come
not.
back?
No.
Oh,
It's the opposite because every
It's the
kick
opposite.
that goes
Everything
to a
happened.
goal, it's all on the goalie, and it's just like
Yeah.
it's amazing that how they swat them out and the footwork on these guys and girls.
So like,
You know,
And
when
you see the
compared with golf-
desperation as the minutes go by. They get more
Yeah.
desperate and they
And
get
when
more
one-
aggressive.
when one
And you're
side
always like, you're like on the edge of your
and
seat.
it's
Which
just like
kick's going in?
1-0.
Which kick's going in?
Okay.
when one team gets 1 point and you got like maybe you're almost at the end and they're like the desperation is real.
Yeah.
Well, so what
like
about the costumes? Are these like short? This is shorts
They're
outfit.
uniforms.
Whatever they're called.
I
Uniforms.
love you,
Uniforms.
Barrett.
Uniforms.
uniforms? They're
Right?
They're
Or they-
short.
what are they
Not
called?
shorts, but
Outfits?
you can
Uniforms.
see.
But
You
it's
can see
short.
some leg.
Uniforms.
Okay, I'm in.
And like the really
I'm in.
tall stuff.
Done. That's all you needed
I'm
to
in.
say.
I'm
Yeah.
there.
You can see a little
Right.
leg.
Yep, I'm
Yeah.
You
in.
can see some
Sounds like fun.
arms.
So like it's above. It's more interesting than golf, but
Oh
not quite.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, way
Right,
more.
right.
that
than
for
golf.
sure.
Golf is
But not
Golf is
high
like death.
like basketball. It's just
Yeah.
not high scoring like basketball.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. This
When
is
they
fun. I'm
when they
learning all
finish
about
the,
things.
the field here, we'll have to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah, all my kids played soccer, so
Laura, please.
So
Laura.
Laura was like, maybe my goals are too laid back.
No,
Joking.
Girl.
Like she
No.
has some
That's
goals.
a like, girl, please.
your goals
Laura
look like my
Marie.
5-year plan.
Right. Right. 5 year. I'm like,
plan.
I want to get
5-year-old.
there in 50.
Hello, Patrick. I'm glad I'm setting the right expectations. Because I mean, I myself don't like to like come to a stream that's supposed to be productive and it's more chatty than productive. I'm like, I could have been doing a lot more. Hey,
Yeah.
Chat Anna. And then Nick, you don't have to apologize. It was a long day. Just chillax.
Yep.
Rachel got a shower in 78 words. That
Nice.
is
Come on.
awesome. Engineer the completing book tree first draft completion. Great.
Oh my gosh.
I turned on some Trisha Yearwood and got me some sweet tea.
Wow,
Nice.
Eva.
X's and
That's a
O's.
mood.
Nia, which documentary you're watching?
This one is on some ancient castles. Boring
Ooh.
stuff. I know. But
That is not
I just-
boring.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. You are my people.
We
know.
get you,
My
Nia.
kids, I'm
He
like,
is like,
you
you're the
guys-
one.
I'll never forget when I asked my daughter if she wanted to watch a documentary with me on ancient Mesopotamia, and she looked at me like, I am not in school right now. No.
Oh, I love that thing.
Yeah,
You know,
that
the funny
is-
thing, like, I started watching Rings of Powers, and the first shot that they were showing one of the cities, like the elf cities, and I'm like, oh my god, I geeked out, and I was like, oh god, I'm such a nerd. But it's okay.
It's a glorious thing.
Yes.
It's a
Yeah,
great
I was like enjoying it. So Morgan got some more work done, and I'm finishing the formatting for book 2. That's good. Are we back to low productivity now? I mean, if I'm running the show, it's most likely gonna be a low productivity.
She's like, it's
like, yeah.
Friday.
Nia, can you adopt Eva?
I really love. I'm sorry. I really love the ones where the whole civilization is buried, and they find one like thing, and they start digging, and then they find like a whole village or a whole city, and they're like digging it up, and they're like, "This was a spoon. Here we actually have preserved piece of cloth," and I'm like, "Oh my!" I don't know why.
It's interesting. It is interesting. So Nia, if you cannot adopt Eva, can you be her son's goddess mom? She like wants to rub you into her family. Oh, nice! But at 1.5 chapter zone, I was way lofty. That's great.
He's died while covering.
Wow. Raging.
Really? Wow.
Ooh, final boss
Oh
tomorrow.
my gosh! Like you're so
Huh?
close to being there, Morgan. Sound deal.
Whenever I see Donner Snake, I think of that. Okay. Wait, I mean, if it was like the soccer tea, it was not.
Why do you need that? You know allergic pressure.
Eva loves watching soccer, but I do not know about it. I've seen some premier matches, games. Yeah, matches. There were a Butch Stadium. Nice.
Yeah.
Fake injuries are hilarious. Oh yeah, they are so dramatic.
I mean, hockey.
Oh my gosh!
They just said on the news that a soccer journalist just died over there while covering the World Cup. Grant Wall.
You ate that?
What happened?
Grant Wall, the soccer journalist, he died while covering the World Cup. They suspect that maybe he was sick or something.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I don't know. That it just broke on the news, so it's like
yeah. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Just so you know,
I noticed with the injuries, I would watch like clips that they'd have of the women's soccer and the men's soccer. Have you seen the men barely get kicked and they go down? It's about penalties. They're over exaggerating.
Yeah.
But then you'll see girls get kicked in the face, blood, and they're just like, "No, I'm not getting out," and they just keep going. And everybody's like, "What?" It's a funny thing. It's a soccer thing, but yeah. But the guys the guys do it to try to get those penalty kicks. That's why they're doing it. It didn't hurt. You weren't hurt. Get kicked in the face and see how that feels. You know?
Yeah. We got another of our people.
Yes.
Rachel is fan of Pompeii and Herculean. There you go. Mood.
Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Pompeii is fascinating.
There was a great Pompeii
at
the St. Louis Science Center, Eva, that you could have. I don't know when it ended, but I think it just ended. Wait, what?
Yeah, that was horrible. That is uploading tomorrow. How do we learn about Pompeii as children and not run from the class? I don't know, because I did not learn much about it. I don't think. Yeah, I don't remember.
That's how they didn't really talk about it. Yeah, sadly, I went to a horrible school though. It was special.
Yeah.
It was special.
I mean, technically, Puerto Rico was born out of a volcano eruption. Like
I don't know that.
many millennia ago. I feel like fake injuries are like when an actor is bad at playing drunk. They try really hard to look drunk when real drunk people try really hard to look sober.
Right, exactly.
I mean, if you really care, because if you have reached my age where you just don't care that people see you drunk, that is just, you really don't try to look sober. It is. Anna is right up our alley too. I've been there. Ooh, she's been there.
Ooh, she's been on the
She
nice.
When
Whoa.
Oh,
Well,
I need
Anna
to
just
figure
traveled some of everywhere.
I know.
I
know.
I need to go more places.
I want to
The
be Anna when
resolution,
you grow up.
I'm going to go to all these places. I'm not going to.
Maybe that's why we
Ooh,
fought
they
backstage.
first.
I'm so jealous. I just
Oh, that is fun.
piece
There's
of part.
a lot of visiting in history talk.
Yeah, I feel like if the earth starts
Sounds very
falling out
cool.
beneath me, I'm out. Like, I'm not gonna hang out to like investigate or like help everybody. Let's think about
Yeah.
what's wrong. No, y'all. We'll talk about what's wrong.
no, like, nice.
Like, no
Just
thanks.
like we need to go away from
Deuces.
here.
See you later.
Yeah.
You want to ride? You better
Good
hurry.
luck.
You
I
went
gotta let
to
you know,
Rome
gotta
and
go.
you're in a high school trip, Anna?
See,
Jeez.
my high school sucked.
That part.
No, we did not. We went to Florida.
We did an
Oh, I'm
abroad
sorry.
I
class.
didn't
It was
go.
fun though. We had a great time, but we weren't.
Oh my gosh,
I
thank
didn't
you.
go.
I'm not the
Go
only
on
one.
my senior trip.
Exactly.
I didn't
Middle
go
of
on
the
my
night.
class trip for senior year, but they went to the Bahamas.
That's true.
Nothing good
That's
happened.
true.
My class trip went to Florida.
Yeah, they went to the
I went to
Bahamas.
Florida too.
Again,
What's up
hard.
with that?
Des, if I'd have known you then.
We could have seen each other.
What was that loud bang?
So
Uh,
good. So
We
fun.
thought we were doing something going to Florida. We're like, "Woo."
We went to Disney. Was it Land or World, whichever one's there, and it was just
Yeah,
like,
we went to Disney. We went to Disney
World,
World
yeah.
and something else down there. We had a good time. It was fun, but it wasn't Paris or Italy or.
no.
It wasn't.
I did not went anywhere with my high school. I mean, not that I wanted to. So that's
Fair.
another thing.
Fair.
So what is the goal you keep adding year after year and never get to do it? And are you adding it to this upcoming year?
Oh, going deep.
Wow.
okay,
All the hard questions after all.
I'm
hard
gonna
questions.
admit
This,
this.
and I'm just gonna say this. This is a safe space. This is not to shame or anything like that. It's just to
And yet I already feel
share.
shamed.
I'm
I'm like,
gonna
No,
admit
I'm kidding. I'm
don't.
just kidding. I'm kidding.
in a room full of writers and readers, and every year my goal is to read 30 books, and I never do.
Wow, that's real. That's some real shit right there. I feel
Man,
that. I feel
I
seen.
feel so seen.
Meanwhile, Jess Williamson's out there like, well, I read 181 books last
I
year.
read
And I'm
30
Yeah.
one.
Woo!
Jess was like, I read 30 books.
Food and work and
Exactly. I read 30.
I'm not
books,
ready.
and
I'm not
just
ready to
like,
total up mine yet. I'm not ready to total mine yet, but I'm
I know.
excited.
She has a whole like book thing with
I
like
know.
pictures and
I know.
columns and everything.
I know.
I barely read 3 books this year.
Oh, I've read
I
more
think
too.
I think I only have like 5 books left on my TBR because I made stickers of all of the books that I needed to read or that were on my TBR.
say,
I have an extended TBR, but my realistic TBR, I think I almost got through all of them. So I have stickers. I put them up.
I think I've read at
How
least
many? How many books do we get for reading the People section of Apple News?
You know,
None.
my reading.
Yes.
I think I've read at least 20, I think.
Okay, well then
I
I
mean,
definitely hit 30.
So you don't feel
That wasn't
bad.
my goal, though. My goal was 50 something.
My reading goal was 10 books,
Oh, okay.
and I have read 3.
You okay? But I do a 3 multiplier. I like the 3 multiplier.
Shame. Shame.
These are my
No.
final stickers
Oh,
for my end of
okay.
the year. I'm going to place all my final stickers because right now my stickers are
I love,
for
I love that. I was like, oh,
That was
yay.
funny.
And they're like, oh.
That was hilarious.
I didn't know what
And then she said,
was
"When I was
happening.
recording,"
And then just
So I
started
wasn't
like,
oh,
sure, and then
okay.
I was like, oh boy, oh wow, okay.
That was hilarious.
That was such a pure,
Oh,
honest,
Kathy
momentary
Katie. Oh.
reaction.
Only shade was love, Esther. Shade was love.
I mean,
It's
again, I
all-
don't feel guilt. I refuse
I
to feel
know, I
guilt.
know. But it was
So
funny though.
That was a good one,
I
Tiffany.
share it
Actually,
so people don't feel
universal.
bad. Like I set a super low goal and it's still
Mhm.
not happening.
No, I feel that.
So don't feel bad,
So
people.
Yeah.
It's okay.
my goal has been to maybe for the last year or two has been to travel. Guess what I do not do? Travel. So
Mm.
will
Are
I
you
put
gonna
that on
add
there for
it
this
for
year?
2023?
Huh?
Are you gonna add it for 2023?
No.
I'm
Because
still gonna be stubbornly adding the reading.
I just know it already that
So
it's
will
not.
I.
I just know already that it's not financially feasible for me to
Hmm.
travel. So I'm not going to even do that to myself.
That's fair.
Also, a very real moment and something we can all relate to at some point. I know I have had to do that and say, well, and it wasn't for that traveling and finances, but I've had to take writing off my list a few times when I was working harder, like at a full-time job, where I was just like, I can't put this pressure on myself to say I'm going to get whatever draft done in 12 months.
Right.
Like that's not realistic. And I think it's okay
Mhm.
sometimes to say like,
Mhm.
real talk,
To answer Eva's question,
Oh.
because Eva asked me what
Oh.
constitutes travel. Well, no, I'm not a country like I want to go to Europe, but I already know that that's something I would need to save up a lot for. But just travel, I've never really. I've been to. I live in Maryland, obviously. Obviously, I've been to Virginia. I've been to Tennessee. That's about it.
Mm.
So, just anywhere out of this general area.
Fair.
Yeah. Sometimes it's just hard.
Morgan, feel this. I feel this.
Yeah.
Oh.
Also, if
That's
anyone
on my
in
list
chat
next
hasn't
year.
subscribed to JC, do
Oh
so.
God! Don't do that.
I'm on it
Barrett is
almost like a
closer to
tirade.
1,000. Barrett is closer to 1,000 than I am.
What?
Then if
I'm
I'm not.
both of you.
I don't know. I haven't even just. I don't know.
I'm 5 away from 100, I think.
Yeah, subscribe to
Yeah.
Tiffany.
Since I lost my other 200 or
I
something.
know. 300 and something.
Yeah.
Assholes.
Esther's
Just kidding.
trying-
Don't take my
Esther's
channel
just-
away.
Esther with her wonderful, beautiful heart is trying to get me to 1,000.
Oh
You'll
yeah.
get there.
Like any like at the
Slow and
last
steady.
stream was like I'm trying to get Tiffany to 100 and JC to 1K. So if you want to give them something, give them a subscribe button.
It's free.
Yeah.
It is.
It's like a hug, but free.
And no germs.
Yep.
True.
Oh god. StreamYard.
Oh, but Paget, that is awesome.
Yeah.
What? I'm sorry, I missed it.
They said these past 2 years, I've wanted to write 4 books a year, and I've made it to 1 per year. I'm talking 4 start to finish, editing all. I can get the first draft done in a month, but the rest takes an age. But that's like still
Getting the first draft in a month,
that's
huge.
amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That is really good.
Yeah.
There's a lot of.
Oh, I know they get my health.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Morgan, I get this.
That's a chronic health. I'm starting to think that's a chronic illness fallacy, though, that we do to ourselves every year. Like, well, this year I'm going to get it's again, it's out of our control. But I think we go into it like a new year, like healthy people, or and say, well, we could do this.
Yeah. My goal that I keep adding every year is the one thing I've added since I first joined AutoTube is that I want to get my comic book done. Yeah, so that's still a thing that
You're gonna do it.
It's gonna.
You're gonna do it.
it's.
If you can read.
Are you
100
adding it?
Yeah.
Are you further along in it than you were last year?
Yes.
Then that doesn't matter.
So it's getting done.
Yeah.
And think of all the other amazing projects you're getting to work on as an artist in the meantime. That's only going to make that better.
That's true.
Yeah.
It is. I'm right a couple times.
Every so often.
I just wish it was done. I wish I had like a magic wand and all the thoughts and images that are up here could just be
I
boom.
really do.
Here's the
I feel
book.
that.
Mm-hmm.
You're also your own harshest critic. And so you're going to take
True,
extra
too.
long time to make sure
Mhm.
it's perfect.
Yep.
And you're the artist. So that's also going to be another layer of like perfectionism you're going to lay on yourself that the rest of us won't have to worry about with our writing, which is a blessing, you know. So grace for yourself, you know.
Yeah.
It's hard. But
It's
but
easier
I
said
love it
than
so
done.
much.
You know.
It is true. Any other goal that you guys want to share that you may or may not add it next
I'd
year?
like to do some Boys to Men numbers on Authors Tube karaoke. in 2020.
Please. Please.
Good.
Isn't there
Do it,
one
do it,
coming
do it.
up?
Yes, not
Oh,
this
yeah.
weekend, but because we have Zara's and oh my God, I did it again. Hi, I'm the host of Zara and Kelly's Rankle
Wordsmith.
Wrangle.
Wrangle.
Words at
tomorrow night. I'm supposed to be promoting that, and I should have said that a long time ago. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I mean, whenever you're ready to go, I do have a section too. It's kind of like the
I just-
outro,
I
and it's
just
gonna
should
be
Look, Esther is
promote
prepared.
yourself. I
Yeah.
got a banner for that. Like
Okay, sorry, that
you will,
wasn't. Yeah,
you
I
will
just-
see it. It's plug yourself. So prepare yourself to plug yourself.
Plug yourself. Plug yourself.
Plug yourself.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So, was there ever a goal or a resolution you scratched off because it wasn't relevant or important anymore to you? And can you share what it was?
Whew. Let's see.
I'm not going to share what it was, but I feel like yes, but it had to do more with the strictness to which I thought I would be raising my children.
Okay.
It's funny. I would say Ricky and I took kids off the list 2 years ago.
Oh, interesting. Um,
Can't think of
I
any
think
specific.
for a very long time, I put weight, like losing weight, on my goals and resolutions, mostly because if Hispanic families are like very
Oh God.
noisy,
Yeah,
and
sorry.
they only ask you if they don't see you for like a year, they will ask you the same things. Why you're so skinny or fat? Where is your boyfriend, husband, wife?
Mhm.
When you have kids?
Yep.
That's the only thing they ask.
Well, that's black people too.
And
Yeah,
it's
I was
not
gonna
just
say,
family,
That's like white people too.
but it's not just family. Like the Hispanic, like
Everyone.
neighbors,
Everyone's
and
entitled.
Flojo,
Oh.
will feel like no qualms
Entitled
about
to
asking.
ask you
Oh.
that.
Oh, white
Like-
people do that.
Because they've known you since the day you were born. The whole neighborhood feels like they're entitled.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And it's just I caught a lot of family members, like extended family, because they wouldn't ask anything else that was that. And it's like, again, shame and guilt. And it's like it's not relevant. As long as I'm healthy, it doesn't matter what the scale says. I don't care.
Yeah.
And since they care so much, I'm like, bye-bye.
Mm.
I'm
So
sorry.
I ended up having to cut people so I can finally get rid of that goal. I'm like,
Okay.
Well, mine is in the same vein as yours as far as I used to lose X amount of pounds a year or whatever, try to get into this size pair of pants or whatever. And I scratched it off and was like, how about I just want to feel healthier? And whatever that looks like is good with me. Although that was before I got hit by a truck and now I have all these physical ailments. I can't exercise anymore like I used to. But so also irrelevant.
Well, no, I think that's very relevant to why it's hard to do. Yeah.
No, I'm saying because she said in the question it says because it wasn't relevant
Oh,
anymore.
I see.
Because as
Yeah.
far
Yeah.
as getting to where I can feel healthy, because now I feel like I'm never really gonna feel completely healthy because I have all these aches and pains now that come with recovering by getting hit by a car, truck,
A truck.
truck,
Actually,
not a
a
car,
truck.
a Ford
Yeah.
GM pickup truck. Yeah.
Yes.
That is so,
Yeah.
so true, Adam. It's like, why you're this kind of weight, and they're like, you're not. That's not enough. Get another plate.
Yes.
Get
Well,
something
I,
else. And
I, I
it's
had
like,
We try my this and that, and did you eat this?
Mhm.
I had a mom who
yeah.
said, I had a mother who said no one would ever want me unless I had a Coca-Cola bottle figure. So yeah, that
No,
was
She sounds like a bitch.
no.
well. I'd never call her that to her face, but she has no
Want me
control
to?
over my thoughts.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
It seems like a lot of us did struggle with weight goals.
Oh, yeah.
We're like, no, we're deciding to like switch to something
Mhm.
better.
If you saw my
Yeah.
kindergarten,
I
if you
took
saw
weight
my
language
kindergarten
up.
picture, if you saw my kindergarten picture, you wouldn't even know it was me because I was actually skinny at one point in my life.
Yeah. We took, like in our house, weight language is off the table. It's about healthy. Period.
Yeah.
I love that. That's wonderful.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
you give them
this is true.
vegetables. It's like, my God,
They
I
they
never
ma-
should have had
they
children.
made my
I never would have made it.
vegetables, and everybody went back. They made sure I got seconds. They're like, "Did you get seconds? Because we're ready to go eat the rest of it." I'm like, "I'm good. Go ahead." So now they cook them and they eat them, but they're
Oh,
very
thank
delicious.
you. Thank you, my heart.
There's
Thank
the
you.
link for
It's going to
the
be fun.
event
It's going to
that
be so much fun.
And
Des
also,
is,
Got a name?
and
Des
also
I'm
on
on
it.
it on
thank you for
Sunday.
that,
Des
Eva.
is on it.
And also, thank you for that, Eva.
It's got a name?
It
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
Oh, I've just been calling it the Wordish Podcast Trivia thing.
And she
Well,
would say, as
got
a
it.
name, Tiffany, I am rubbing off on you in the worst possible ways.
That's the name.
Sorry, Sarah.
Oh. It's too late for her to be watching.
I don't even know why.
Uh,
Like, I'm prepared to lose. Like, me and trivia are not friends.
Tiffany, do you
You're on
have
it today?
Tiffany and Des?
No, you guys are going to do great.
You're on it too, Des?
Tiffany and Des,
What?
do you guys have a goal that you scratch off?
It's too much to get into, kind of a deal.
So yes, you scratch it off, or no, you don't want to share it.
No,
the
it was
answer.
more that what I was dealing with for a few years consistently was mainly like health and mental health stuff that just that period of my life was just a huge struggle period. So having hope for a new year was very low on the radar, kind of a deal. So that was something that for a few years, just until 2019 really, that finally my life took a turn towards better and healthier. So, and then the pandemic happened, and so so then there went that. So
There
good
went those
days.
goals.
A lot of things
Yes, Eva.
went
I
to a
had.
full stop.
Yes.
I think one of mine that was a really hard one, I kept wanting to like go back and get some type of photography degree. Not that I haven't, gone to college or that I haven't done photography school or classes, but it just felt like I needed some type of degree with it.
Mhm.
And it was very hard for me to learn that learning doesn't necessarily just happen in a classroom. Like I knew that it didn't, but like there's so many different ways, especially with photography, between workshops and different like you know internships and like working with other photographers and other ways that you can learn the craft and do what it is that you want to do and pick up on what it is that you want to do, that I eventually realized that may not be the lane that I wanted to take in order to get to where it was I wanted to go with my photography. And then I had to have a real conversation with myself about, you know, like writing in the same sense.
Yep.
Because I was like, well, the journalism's fun, but I should do like, you know, creative writing or something like that. And, you know, I had to have that same conversation with myself there too.
Yeah. I think that's the one thing I have not quite taken off my list, because I've done 3 years of college, but do not have a degree, and just feeling like I know I don't want to do what I was doing before, which is why I left. But I feel like I really honestly, and it's going to sound weird, but I feel like it's too old. I'm too old to go back for what I
Absolutely
want to do.
not.
Oh, absolutely
You're
not.
Absolutely not.
To do graphic, these
Absolutely not.
kids are so far to do graphic design and all that stuff. These kids are so
You're-
far ahead. I feel like
Mia,
I'm
you're
in my late
talent.
40s.
I-
What
I-
am I thinking?
I'm
First of
sorry.
all, no-
There are
Let me
60
tell you-
I haven't put it
there are
off
60
the board.
and
I just
70 getting
every year it
degrees.
feels less feasible.
no one that you meet will believe you in your late 40s, first of all. Second of
Yeah.
all, you're going to be just fine among all those kids. In
Yeah.
our classes, we had financial classes, right, with Excel and advanced mathematics formulas. And we had one 80-year-old guy and one 60-year-old female, who told us stories about how the only reason she was doing this now was no one would take a female seriously in any STEM classes in her time. So,
and when I was in
that was a
elementary
long time ago.
school, our pastor's mother, I think it was in college, and she was like in her 70s. And she
Exactly.
was like, I'm doing it because I always wanted to go to school. And when I was
never too
young
late.
and being Black in the South, there was no way I was going to make it. And so
Yeah.
that was one of her things that she wanted to do before she passed on. She was like, I'm getting a degree. So you could be that taught me you could be any age and go to school.
Yes, don't let that stop you, Nia.
We
Yeah.
believe in you, and we'll keep keep you
Take
going.
the leap. This is true.
I
Take
will
the
tell
leap.
you, like, all of my family treated me when I went into photography, and they all went and took pictures and then just gave me film to develop. We will come to you with everything we need drawn.
Yeah.
She's
I feel like I've been doing it wrong for so long that I just don't know how it will be to actually try to do it
Hold up,
right.
Jen Wright's
Well,
romance.
small.
Her comment.
Start
Jen
small.
Wright's romance.
Oh,
comment.
absolutely.
I
Yeah.
decided to get my degree. Her. You skipped. Let me know the other one. The other
Yeah,
one. I
yeah,
decided to get my
Yeah.
starting in January. I don't work at the office, but her kid is. So they'll be going to college together. See, Nia?
Yeah.
And there
And
are people who go to college at the same time their children go to college.
My aunt was
I
in
graduated with a girl who did.
calculus class with her two kids. All of them, because my older cousin decided she wanted to be a geologist because she felt like she could carry her child on her back, and didn't have to work in an office. It was a weird conversation. But all three of them were in the same calculus class.
Jen, you're gonna do great. Do not.
Yes.
Yeah, you are.
Yep.
Do great.
Yeah.
Not
You're
to-
already
You're gonna
good
enjoy
on
it.
networking.
and
Look
not
at
to
you
put any
here.
pressure on
So,
you, but think about it this way: you would have the opportunity to do what some women or girls in other countries don't even have the opportunity to do at all. They can't even think about ever doing it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Don't
we
let
think
age.
about
Don't let time
leap.
restrict you.
Yeah.
And definitely
Like-
don't let your age restrict you.
Yeah.
It's fun. The funny thing is, if I wanted to go for to be like a history teacher or for something like that, I would feel like, okay, I have some hangups just because I was not told that artistic things were a good thing to go to college for. So I actually went to college to do other stuff. I was pre-law. So I feel like if I was going to finish to go that way, it would make sense or be acceptable. I got hangups. it's a me thing. It's the graphic arts
Okay,
that
we're here to help
that
you.
I
We're
was
here to help you
not
get through
allowed
this.
to do that, and I'm doing this weird thing now, and I'm just like,
Well, I don't know.
Get through those hangups.
You're the one who's got to make the decision ultimately. But I will say this: I think that if anybody ever put limitations on you in any way, shape, or form, there's no better time but as a grown-ass person to say, you know what? Although I was supposed to do the other thing, this is actually the thing. Because I know Tiffany and I have talked about this, about like what I studied and I wished I'd have studied and I didn't, because I did what my parents told me that I needed to do for them to pay for it. But anyway, that influenced it heavily. But I think, I didn't do creative writing. I didn't do the stuff I probably should have done. And I regret that. And don't let that be a regret for you, because you're at that T in the road now where you can make that U-turn, and like, all power to you. There's no day but today. And you can look back at it and there's no one but you standing in your way. I don't know.
yeah,
I think you could impress yourself in lots of ways.
yeah.
And no
I know
one said
my husband-
you
it
can
was my
always. I don't know about the schools down there, but we have like continuing ed classes up here
Mhm.
at like our universities, like our community colleges.
Yep.
You can always just dip your toe in there
Yeah.
and see, and
Much
I mean
less
that way you
expensive,
wouldn't be investing like a lot of money in it.
right?
You
Or
wouldn't
time.
be investing like a whole semester in it, but
Right.
you would still have the chance to really kind of step into it and see if that's the path that you want to go, without looking at it as like, oh, I'm going back to school and I have to deal with these hangups right now. It would just be like, oh, I'm doing something fun that I get to play around with, or something like that.
Mhm.
And we will all show up at your graduation like stalkers.
Yeah.
You really will.
Yep.
Like, you'll be at
And JC
graduation with your
travel.
family, and we'll just come out of the bush. Hey.
It goes full circle.
Yeah.
Wait,
You can
what?
start somewhere.
Oh, because we said we show up at our graduation like stalkers, and I said, and then you can travel.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's men like again, you
I love that.
feel like you're the only one, but clearly just by in chat, and it's just 14 people watching. Not everyone is commenting. We can see that you're not the only one.
Okay, this is true.
And we're with you. We'll cheer you on.
We'll say whatever.
And
you
I
decide,
think you would
we're here
be
for you.
like, even if you just walked on a campus, you'd be
Oh.
surprised how many people are your age or higher.
Moreover.
Can you imagine the logos she'll create with her and like Loki? Just like like as projects.
Right?
I can't.
Yes.
Yeah.
The merch.
Because
Yeah.
Nia, you're naturally talented, like truly.
Yes.
Truly.
Yeah.
Well, first of
Okay,
all,
so
everyone
thank you.
here is. So we're gonna say that truly everyone is. But yes, I agree with Des. 100%. You are.
Yeah.
You have a gift. Go be gifted. In the good way, not the like short bus way.
Yeah. Right.
So Eva posted kind of like a question for everyone.
What?
What?
The short bus
right.
way,
You.
really?
What happened?
I missed
The
it too.
short bus way, really?
Because you were like, be gifted, but not in the short bus way.
Well, I didn't want well, I said at work something about being in the gifted program, and the other kid who had some slowness said that he was in the gifted program, and his was on a short bus, and it was not the same. We were in the gifted program. Well, I was just clarifying what the. I didn't want to. I don't know.
didn't even hear that.
This is very late.
It is. We're getting kind of like in the loony.
Delirium.
Anyway,
So-
I was just clarifying. I wasn't calling her short bus.
So do you guys feel pressure to do yearly goals because of the time of the year?
No.
Mm-mm.
I have to.
No, I wouldn't say because of the time of the year. Because for
And
me,
I have
the
seasonal
goal-
goals as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it pressure. Sometimes it's excitement,
Mm.
and sometimes it's shock. Like I'm like that. Oh my gosh, the time it's passed really fast. It's here now, and then excitement for what
Like
To
this whole
start
year
fresh
happened.
and to
Coming
have
up.
that
Yeah.
newness
all the
again.
new.
Yeah.
And I reevaluate my goals every like quarter, like end of quarter,
Mm-hmm.
I do
and
that
kind of
too.
look
Yeah.
over them. And if something's not working, I will 86 it and throw something new in. So
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so wise. I just keep figuring out how I can get that
Aw.
goal done. Okay.
For also Nia, this is Anna's reassurance that age is not a problem. It's just an obstacle. I feel it's more like a fear-based obstacle for you. Might be not trying to
Getting
terrify
in
you or
your own
anything like
head.
that.
You're getting in your own head.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to have to do any more math. I know that. Like my brain is.
With
I
you
I,
hate
on
I
that.
heard
Definitely
when
with you on
my
that.
daughter was trying to get me to go. I was like, if I find out, because I have a ton of credits, and I took all of my maths and sciences. I said, if I have to take a math or a science, I'm not going to go. She goes, you're going to make that stop you? She goes, I'll help you with your math and science if you have to take a math or science class. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
I just,
But I
So
need to.
Morgan,
if you have enough, you might
read
even be able to
first.
test out of it.
yeah.
Oh, no. Mm-mm. I need the credit. I need the credit that I already got
Okay.
to
But
last
that's what I
30 years
mean. Like if
later.
you have enough, but they're like,
Yeah.
oh, you're like one shy, then you might be able to test out of that one class.
I'm gonna test out. Unless it's basic math. I'm not testing out.
Yeah,
If
she
it's
doesn't. I mean,
it's
that would be
calculus,
me too. I don't
everything.
remember math.
I don't remember.
Besides.
It was hard enough the first time. Not doing it again.
Yeah. So,
No.
Morgan, do you feel pressure like at the beginning of the year or like every month, every quarter, every 6 months? Like, is it every time someone brings the goals topics? Like
tonight.
Yeah.
like
Like
today?
is it pressure like you feel like, oh no, I need to get X number of things done this coming year? That kind of pressure, or those pressure yearly goals?
That's, I mean,
So does Des.
I do like buying planners. We all buying planners. We're here for that.
I mean, partially it's my fault, but gladly
Yeah.
take it.
The good thing is
yeah.
I have time because I've got 4 kids still that need to finish. There's no way I could possibly afford to go right now. So once they're all done, though, I need to make a decision. That's why it's not completely off the table. The reality of it, I'm just like, I don't know. But like everybody, like my family is very big on getting a degree, especially for the girls.
Interesting.
I think that's
Especially
because
for the girls.
for so long, girls and women couldn't even go to school. So
And the
Yeah.
options were limited when they could,
Yep.
nurse,
Right.
teacher.
Or what they could major in.
when they couldn't
Right.
even think about being doctors, they had to limit themselves to being a nurse.
Well, nurse is you can't have women being doctors, JC. That's just wild
I'm,
talk.
I'm,
Ludicrous.
Madness.
What if it was that time of the month? They'd cut somebody open.
My goodness. Can you imagine the hysterics?
Oh Lord Jesus. So okay, Morgan. So it's
Ooh.
constantly depression all year. So probably this is a stressful stream for you, Morgan.
Oh
With,
gosh.
like
not our fault.
so
It's not our fault.
like my questions are like opening wounds.
Well, what I
apparently.
love most about Morgan is she's so open about it, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's so willing to talk about it and
Yes.
talk about the anxiety and stuff. Because I think the thing about anxiety, or at least for mine, is I never want to talk about it because it makes me feel more weird and like more alienated than I already feel. And so I love that Morgan like talks about it because a lot of times I'm always like, "Ooh, same of what Morgan said." We do a lot of that because I don't know. She owns it. I love that.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
so-
can do it, Jen. Look at that. Taking
Yeah.
applied science. I never passed
You've
math
got
before, but
this.
I will this time. Yes, you will do it.
You've got this.
Absolutely.
You will be able to.
There are university resources everywhere. So if you get behind it all, ask for help. And always talk to professors if anything happens. Fall behind anything. They're there to help you. and they can only help you if they know what's going on.
Yeah.
That is how I passed Spanish, and I still can't speak Spanish. There you go.
And
Had a
then you
lovely
have now
professor.
you have a friend that Spanish is her first language.
I'm not going to say how many years of Spanish I took, and I can't speak it.
Isn't the average like 4?
Is it the same 4 years
No.
of French that I took and I can't speak?
I took 1 year
That
previous to high school. All through high school, I was in Spanish Honor Society, and then took a class when I was at Chapel Hill. That was the hardest Spanish class I ever took. I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't know what was going on. They're like, you came out of Spanish honors. I'm like, yeah, no, it's not what you think.
It's not the same.
I can read it really well. No one ever speaks to me. I can't speak it.
Yeah, college
So-
languages are way different than high school languages.
I was like,
Okay.
college band. Oh my gosh, the music course. We went in. I'm like, how do these people play for the Philharmonic? It was me. I'm like, amazing. I will scoop my butt down here near the last chair, people. Voluntarily. You people are amazing.
So
Like, I don't know
question,
what
friends. Question. We've been streaming for 2 hours. We have one more question, which is more like a show and tell kind of thing.
Oh,
Like, I didn't bring props.
We can do that
That's why
and
we
just
don't
keep
like anything
chatting.
to show.
And just
Where-
keep
I'm
chatting.
Can you pull up Anna's comment?
Yes.
Okay, it's 9:32 for me. I don't know what it is for you.
10:32 here.
I would imagine it's
My
this
friend No
one.
Joke got an email from one of her students saying, I won't be in class today due to a series of poor life decisions.
I can relate to that.
I
Oh,
honesty so much.
That
someone
is
else
amazing.
needs to use that. Someone else needs
I
to
like
use
it. I like
I
it.
like that a lot.
That is
I almost
funny.
feel like if I was that professor, I'd be like, yep, I've been there, girl. Good luck.
Do what you need to do.
Godspeed.
Esther, were you
So
asking
we
me
can
about
do
another
this
sprint?
now. So we can do this now and do outros, or we can do a 15-minute sprint, do this and outros. It depends on how much.
Did you say 15 minutes? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, JC. I'm not intent. I mean,
Hang on, let me see how
I'm
long.
okay.
Okay, I've got 12
Yeah.
more minutes on my documentary, so that would actually work out.
Okay. So let's do
Yeah,
the
20 would be
15
so
minute
much better.
sprint.
20 would be
I
so much
love
better.
all
Well,
of
then I
you
could
so
say
much.
that I was really productive on Esther's Chatty sprint. I did a lot of research.
It's writing.
That is
It's
so
all right.
true. That is true.
I'm reconstructing a whole
So
nother
let's
old
do.
planet. So, you know.
Oh, good night, Eva.
Yay. All right, night, Eva.
Night, Eva.
Love you, friend.
That's true.
Oh,
It's caring.
I love that.
Oh, come
A
on.
little bit bigger.
Come on. Can I get a 20? Like, really? 15?
I love
JC,
that JC purposely is not writing. And
I
know.
still she's like,
I know.
let's get a longer strike.
I know.
still.
Doing something. Like, can we get a 20? Like, I don't even know
So
what.
we're gonna do a
Oh.
15-minute sprint, and then if
Savage.
you have planners around you, close to you, get them close to you. Man,
You said we were going to do a 25 and a 20.
Oh my gosh, we'd be done by now.
She went into Esther's house and was like, I don't like your carpet.
well,
Those curtains are awful.
I can't believe she chose that picture frame. How dare she?
We just need a whole redo.
so it is my house, so just
Take your
do
shoes off.
whatever you need to do in those 15.
You lie.
And also my internet is being like very finicky, so I don't want to have you guys stuck here forever and ever.
You lied. Country song stuck in my head.
If she gets frozen, I'm gonna play the like piccolo from the Celine Dion "My Heart Will Go On" while she's frozen. Just the opening. Do 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 do.
See, I had "Forever and Ever, Amen" stuck in my head because Esther said she didn't want to have us here stuck forever.
Like, I'm gonna love you forever. One.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Because she said she didn't want us stuck here forever and ever.
And you went to Alabama?
Maybe.
Wow. I love that about you.
Thank you.
Love this journey for us.
We're back. Back again. How that was those 15 minutes that JC had with them.
I had pumpkin pie. So
Ooh,
that
nice.
was my 15-minute treat.
Nice. Awesome. Did saw the comment that it is now your favorite book of the year, so that's great.
Ooh.
She already finished it. I mean, it's a comic, so
Nice.
put it with the laundry. How about you, Nia?
I finished the documentary and then another one popped up. So I was like, well, let me just peek at it since I have like 2.5 minutes left.
Uh-oh.
I want to watch that one too. Darn you. Darn you, algorithm.
They know how to get you.
Oh, that is so funny. Tiffany, how was it?
Oh.
Did you finish your snack?
Oh, I finished my snack forever ago.
It's been done.
Yeah, I got up and moved around, and then since we had talked about languages, I decided to do my French.
Oh,
Good. That's good.
And then I had like a few more moments left of the sprint, and like Nia, I was like, "Oh, look, I haven't played this game in a while."
That is
Uh-oh.
Laura's gonna move to the next book and needs to script some travels to turn into comics before tackling the 5-chapter story comic.
Laura on it. She is just
yeah.
Sammy.
And eating, starting a fireplace. That is
good. Cozy, and the smell of the firewood.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
I can't, but my fireplace is over here. There's no fire in it, but I'm.
I was like, you
That is funny. Honestly, there's no fireplace here.
Oh no, we'll roast to alive pretty much. Yeah.
No, that ain't happening. I just drank tea and watched YouTube. That's right.
My pie watched YouTube
in a while.
And I did answer some text messages that I was ignoring.
Well,
was it our text messages?
No.
I was like, because I only asked that because I was like, crap, that means I gotta go look.
Yeah,
I haven't looked.
It was the group. It was the group thread.
No.
She was like, ignore.
Yeah, because I'm like, oh, that means I need to go check it.
No. It was another friend chat. Jen is making pizza for dinner.
Nice.
And finish her writing trial tonight. Nice.
Very nice.
Did Barrett pop in and pop out?
Yes,
yeah, he did.
You're not imagining it.
Yeah. And I imagine JC is doing the 5 minutes that I did not allow.
I wouldn't be surprised.
So we're going to go right into the final question, which is kind of like a show and tell kind of thing. So if you use a physical planner and you have it with you and you want to, can you show it to us?
I mean.
And if you do digital planning, what are the tools that you use? So let's do. Oh, wait.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh.
No, that's not what I wanted.
Hello. We're on the right.
How are you?
Let's see.
So this is my planner, my new planner for 2023. She's getting chunky already because I'm putting all the things inside to prepare. So I'm really excited.
It is not what I enable her to buy.
Because that's my other planner, which is my writing journal. That is this pretty one right here.
Oh.
So I have my writing journal, I have my planning planner, and then I have my personal journal, which is this one here. Oh, hi.
Oh, I finally
You got it.
I got it.
I'll show the big one. It's prettier. And I converted it into a disc. The cover's a little special. But I did it. I converted it. Yay. Okay.
You made it work.
Thank you.
My next year planner is in pieces still. I'm still putting it together because I like to use the binder planners so I can work on the pages and put it all together. Because I don't like to waste pages. So I have a hard time with the ones where I feel like, do I rip this page out? Do I just leave it there? What do I do with this page that I left blank? So I do use a binder planner, and this is the one that I showed. But I made the spread. It's like a 3D kind of spread. So these are cutouts, and I painted the bookshelves, and these are the colors that I'm using for December. And I started marking it up already. So that's my just the December.
That's your cover. Yeah.
Make sure I go the right way because it looks different. And so then I have my calendar and my tasks. I have mine for my calendar, and I'm just gonna. Yeah, I can still show. I'm like, can I still show what's coming up? My goals, like, did I write anything personal on here? So filling out my goals and stuff.
Nice.
And then I think I can show this too. And then, so these are the 2 books I've read so far. I've actually read another book that I need to put the sticker on, and I'm going to exceed this. So I need to actually add in another page for books because I can already tell I'm going to read more books because I still have The Grinch Is Still Christmas, and I have another book I'm already on that I just finished, and another book that I started. So I'm like, and
I need more space.
We're only in week 2. I thought it's December. I'm not going to have time to read a bunch of books. And
then it so happens.
Yeah. And I like to have the little calendar up at the top. So I put that on
the yep. I do that too.
So I'm doing loose now. So look, if I don't use up all the space, I can use up more space or less space, and I don't feel like I'm boxed in.
Yep. So it doesn't feel like then you leave either a bunch of space out or
yeah.
I like it.
I'm liking that format. So I think I'm going to stick with it for next year.
Well, I have been doing digital planning, and I have been using the app for GoodNotes. And so this is kind of what my December looks like. If I can get it to show.
Ooh, I love it.
Nice.
And so I do that for the monthly, and then I have this for like my goals and birthdays and stuff like that. And then this is like my weeks.
Look how pretty.
Nice.
That is so cool.
I've been doing that, and then I have a separate space for like my I don't know if I can get to it, for like my writing that I do like my my writing calendar on.
I love it.
Nice.
Yeah, I love how you decorated it. So pretty.
It is so pretty. JC. Do you use a physical planner?
Of course.
Is it close to you that can share?
I'm not doing short time. I'm not doing short time.
Okay. That's okay.
That's fine.
And just to make sure you don't do any digital planning, right? All of it is physical.
God no.
Okay.
No, never.
You're hurting poor Tiffany's heart.
I'm sorry. That's not. I'm not about that life.
Yeah. Barrett, do you have a physical planner?
No.
How do you know? Like, do you use your calendar app or something like that?
Yes.
Oh, okay, that's
Yes.
how.
I
I
use.
was like, Baird, because
Yeah.
You keep all the information.
No, I use so Ricky and I use a shared calendar for like our life, and then Briley and bills and things. And then I have a I call it my creator calendar, which is like YouTube and mastermind group and streams, and that one I'm not as good as like filling out with like deep because I find that no one's like getting invites and stuff and like checking spelling and like times and places and links. But anyway, it works for me. No, the digital like physical planners just give me anxiety. So
Fair.
So you
and I love when other people do it, but like for the idea of me, like I would lose it and then I would feel bad.
I'm the same way about digital planners. That gives me anxiety.
Oh, see, and I like it digital. I like it on my phone, and then I can be at work and be like, where do I need to be? I can be here, or I can be at my mom's and be like, oh, what time do I have to be at that stream? And it's like I know because I have it on my phone. So
Yeah.
and that's why I'm increasingly being like, hey, can you guys email my personal email? Because it goes to my phone.
it's a lot easier. Yeah,
I love that other people do. I mean, I really do admire it. I even like watching some of the streams where people put like bullet journals and stuff together. Like I love the idea of it, but I think it would give me an anxiety spiral, and I would lose it either purposely or not purposely.
Yeah,
makes sense.
Something works for some people and some doesn't. Like this.
You gotta figure out what works for you exactly.
Same.
Morgan can't do it either.
Yeah, I feel like when I was out more before the pandemic, when I was out and about more, I really relied on my digital calendar and stuff. The thought of having a list of things to do and being out and about to do it and not have a physical, my physical actual thing with me that would, because I feel like, oh, I know what's the next thing I had to do. So just having it digitally to be able to, this is what's next, this is what's next, especially when you've got 4 kids and one's got soccer and Girl Scouts and this and
I can't even imagine.
Like I'd be carrying 3 giant binders just for you, or 4, because 4 kids, giant binders just to keep each kid. Couldn't do it.
So I do physical planners. Let me do a solo so I can be equal, be fair to everyone.
I like it.
Yeah, they are like stickers. This was just a plain white, and then I opt for simple things. And I usually have my it's a mixture of Spanish and English, so people might understand half of my planner.
That's cool.
And I do like different type of spreads, and it's just whatever I needed to do.
Nice.
And things like that.
I love it. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's just like this is why I buy so many stickers and washi tape.
Yes.
I just do the line, put the numbers and the dates, and
sticker away.
And
sticker away.
Yeah. Because I'm not a definitely don't draw. No matter how many years I took up drawing and painting, that did not stick.
Yeah. The sad thing is I like to draw most of my things, but I also want to have the stickers. So being able to draw the things doesn't save me anything because I still want to buy the stickers.
Yeah. I do use my calendar, but this is mostly for my mom's doctor's appointment. So I can have it whenever work is asking me if I can work a day or not. I'm like, wait, let me check my calendar. I do use it like I did for November when I was participating in a lot of streams. So I put them on the calendar and set up reminders. And I'm trying Notion for some specific things because it's easier to do like grand scheme planning in a digital tool than on a physical one. At least for me.
No, yeah, for me as well, I want to dabble in it, but
Mhm.
I'm going to need some coaching.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that learning curve. Like, how do I get things to fall in line like they're supposed to?
I mean,
Oh, I wonder who I can get.
You have a friend for that.
yeah.
I do find like that's one of the things with Notion I do find that works is especially when you're getting into because I tried like I love Nia's Kanban board. I'm trying to think of where it is on her wall because I can see. But I would worry all those stickers would fall off and I would lose like what it is that I need to do and what's coming up and all of that. And I find that when I'm setting my yearly goals or when I'm setting what it is that I want to accomplish, it's easier for me to do that in a Notion type of platform where I know I go here, it's all listed out. I know what needs to be done. I don't have to worry something's going to fall through the cracks. It's just right there. And then I can take that and put it into a digital form, into my traveler's notebook, into my bullet journal, whatever physical that I want to use. Even if it's just a, notes app on my phone, that's just what I need to do for the day. But I can look at the grand scheme of what I want to do. And if I have notes or ideas or thoughts that pop in, I can jot those in really fast. And I know everything's in that one space.
Yeah, I've actually kind of recreated digitally what I have here. This is literally so that I could have the physical vision when I walk
Reminder.
I want to visibly see what have I accomplished, what do I need to accomplish before I even have to look into it. Something
because
about
sometimes
it
if it's not in my face, I don't do it.
I get sidetracked down the let's do some documentary research hole very easily.
Yeah, that's why I mean, it's not up because I need to find somewhere to put it up that is visible to me and to other people because pressure. But I like physically having a Kanban board for tasks. Like, for example, when I'm working on Marina, there is like sticky notes for like the plotting of the episode, the writing of the episode, the editing of the episode, the posting of the episode. All of them are tasks. They're not like goals or projects. Because it's just like I can be like, okay, what do I have to do? What have I done? What do I have to do? Okay, I want to get down a sticky note. It's just like it's motivating for me.
Yeah, I'm what was it, Eva? That's like she has to check stuff off. So I just have a whole list so I can check it off. You want to put down a sticky note? I want to check stuff.
I enjoy the idea of to-do lists, but I lose paper. Like it's just it disappears in the ether. So I cannot trust myself that way.
That means sticky notes.
Yeah,
I'm everywhere, and then I lose them.
Yeah, that is.
These have lasted surprisingly well, especially moving these down 3 times. These ones have actually been moved more than 3 times because sometimes I would shuffle them around in order. The generic ones that are really pretty don't stick as well. So I already know this. They'll stick about 3 times, but I know I can't move them as much. But they're really cool because I like that paper bag kind of look of these. But because they're not actual Post-it notes, the stick doesn't last as long. So I have to be aware when I'm using them that I can, if I put them on here, I can move them down 3 times, but the whole shuffling them around and thinking that they're
not happening.
No, I'm strategic with my placement of these ones when I switch over.
They're so pretty.
No,
They're like craft paper, right?
I know, yeah, I love that. Like that's a look I really enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
So the bright orange,
So
not
the night of my interrogation about your goals and resolutions and planning and opening past wounds and finding out that I renounce guilt. It's done. It is time, my friends, to plug yourself. Everything that you have upcoming tomorrow, this week, next year, everything. I want it all. Plug yourself. Come on.
Oh,
Can I plug someone else really quick before we plug ourselves?
Yes,
Chandra and Natalie are going to be doing their flash fiction tomorrow. So if you guys want to tune in to Chandra, is it on Chandra's channel or Natalie's, or are they switching?
They switch back and forth each week. I'm not sure.
12-hour one? I think it's Chandra's, but yeah, I think it is like the 10 or 12-hour stream.
Okay.
Yeah. Tomorrow. So tune in, hang out, show them some love. They've been doing the flash fiction all year long. And so let's
a great show. It's a lot of fun. If you're a creator, like reach out to them and see if you can work with them on it, because it's a fun time.
Are they doing it again next year? Because I thought this was like a year project that they were
I think it is, but I was hoping because it went so well they might, because it was fun.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
They got me up on Saturday mornings, so I hope that they
And I'm early on Saturday, y'all. Early.
I would like them to continue, but I would like them to do it maybe an hour later so I don't miss the first hour.
That part. Because I got the notifications, but then I just rolled over and went back to sleep.
Your body was like, nope.
Or I turn it on and I'm like, okay, I'm going to do it. And they're like, all right, we're going to sprint. And I'm like, okay.
I'm going to see
I'm there with you. Connect.
Yeah.
I don't even make it.
Tiffany's sprinting to a REM cycle. Nope. She's like,
like that was fun for the 5 minutes alert.
And then I wake up and they're like reading something. I'm like, well, that wasn't the prompt.
I don't remember that.
Tiffany's like, how long was I sleeping?
Okay. Who's first? Because I'm going to fall asleep on screen if we don't get this going. You're going to have me asleep on my desk.
Start, Baron.
Okay, hi. Come to the word wrangle. I'm going to do CGL this month. Not sure when. We're going to do the writer's room on Tuesday. We're going to be talking all about Morgan's book. Come to that. The Tuesday after that, we're doing a book party for book 2 for Morgan. That's going to be amazing. And in 2023, I don't know the content you're going to get from me. It's going to change a little. And I'm not going to tell you what that is until a teaser video. So show up for that. And that's it. Everything else. Author Tubers React. I don't have a. Do we have a day this month, or am I dreaming it?
For January, no. We're going at the end of the month, Friday the 30th.
Right at the very end of the month. Yeah. But that's like a we love everybody party. Right?
Yeah.
In the year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So come and love us.
I was like, wait.
Come and good night.
Oh gosh. Okay. Hi, friends. What do I got? I have a YouTube channel, Coffee Reading Writing, post weekly videos. I may be going and doing the querying journey next year for 2023. So I will definitely catalog that within the videos and the vlogs and all that jazz. So that's something that's happening. Freaking out, but here we go.
It'll be great.
Yes, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Yes. It's gonna be a process, but it's gonna be good. And and I have a merch shop. You can go to redbubble.com, look for CRW shop, and I have designs that you can get printed on different types of merch. And right by the Mondays, huh?
Etsy shop.
Oh yeah, that one. It's a very small one. But yes, there is an Etsy shop. It's small. It's only got a few items. But if you like digital items you can print out, then go to coffeereadingwriting.com. And that's it.
Cool. And she streams on Mondays.
I stream Mondays at 8 Eastern, right by the moon.
We love her.
Yeah.
I love you guys.
Meow.
Let's see. So coming up, I'm going to be doing on the 18th. We're going to be talking about how the Grinch stole Christmas, and then, like Barrett said, on the 30th, which is a Friday, so a little bit different this time. We are going to be doing the yearly wrap up of Author Tubers React. We'll just have a good time, talk about some of our favorite topics, least favorite topics, things that might have gotten us in a little bit of trouble, just like a wrap up, kind of laugh about it. Not Barrett. No. No.
I could have my own section. I really could.
Like just the Barrett highlights.
Right. The highlights of my scandals throughout the year.
So yeah, it'll be just a fun time, a time for AuthorTube to just hang out, and then talk about AuthorTube React going forward. And then, so yeah, for the year coming up, I'll still be doing AuthorTube React, scripting the book. We're gonna January. I know it's gonna be a chunky one. It's we're gonna do the new House of the Dragon series, so it's like however many episodes, so we're going to start telling people now to start watching if you haven't watched, so that we can talk about that. And so yeah, we'll still be doing AutoTubers React Scripted Book. I'll still be streaming on Tuesday nights at 7. And the big things that I just want to start trying to get some of my work out, because I wanted to put the comic up on Ko-fi, but I need to get the first 2 iterations of it written first. So a lot of work to do, but I kind of want to do that and see if I still want to do the Vela or if I want to turn it into a novel, because it's turned into quite a project also. I'm like, I think that I want to just write the novel, but I might put it out in Vela and then switch it to the novel, because I do want to put some work out there under this name so that people can see it and read it and that kind of thing. So yeah.
JC, Jolly JC Christmas. Plug yourself. If you need to talk in third person, do so.
I make videos. I have books. I have a Ko-fi page, and I don't know exactly what I'm planning for 2023 yet, but if you subscribe to my channel, there will be a 2023 goals video soon-ish. So, then you can find out what 2023 has in store. Tiffany.
I like this idea of talking in third person. Tiffany, otherwise known as TLRUSS Lifestyle, is a person who streams on Thursdays with PJs and Scribbles. You should come join her. It's a good time. She also streams with these lovely people from time to time on their streams throughout the week. She has a Kindle Vella called Come Find Her. She's heard it's really good, so please go read it, as well as a Ko-fi page where you can get all types of information about the things that she's doing and has upcoming, including her newsletter. She will be on Word Wrangle?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Oh, yeah. Wordsmith Wrangle.
Wordsmith Wrangle tomorrow night. And then streaming on Monday to read the first short story in her short story collection for Christmas. And I think that's all except for the Notion video that she has on Tuesdays. Stay tuned for what time, because Tuesday's a busy day.
Oh, yeah. I forgot I stream on Wednesdays. Sorry.
Nice.
JC streams on Wednesdays.
No, I wasn't talking in third person. That was Tiffany's. I don't do that. I don't like that.
I think it's really cool. I'm gonna start doing it from now on.
Yeah. The description box has been updated with links to all of these wonderful people. Most of them are coffee links, because we are poor, we need money. And there's links for Tiffany's Vela for JC's books and this is Redbubble Shop, and subscribe to Barrett and JC. They're close to 1K. That's the best Christmas gift you can give them. So,
And for the right price,
and
I'll send
also,
you photos.
also Tiffany's close to 100 too. So come on,
Wait,
y'all.
what? What's the right price? What?
For the price of what?
I said for the right price, I'll send people foot photos.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
God, no.
coming.
I like
That's where the money's at.
Some
Listen,
people,
Yeah.
you know,
a lot
No.
of cash.
until Republicans stop blocking that damn student loan relief, here's where I am. Foot photos. So
Yeah. So you are in my channel as Maria Duhart. For the night I was Epiphany Marian Duhart. I do have a Kindle Vella called Marina the Vampire, available through Coffee and Patreon too. And I should release a 2023 yearly goal because I think I'm being very ambitious, but let bring the chaos. So
Yeah.
Bring it.
well, bring it. I'm like, let's fight to the year, and I'm like, we're fighting.
2023.
you
I'm
are
so
chaotic
sorry.
as a
Donna
rabbit.
is over there snoring very loudly. I do apologize.
Oh no, he's
I didn't hear anything.
Yeah.
Okay. Because it's real
So-
loud.
Thank you to everyone who tuned in, to my lovely friends who lent me almost 3 hours of their night. This is it for now. Next time that you'll see me is gonna be on Friday the 23rd. Not gonna stream on the 16th. We should be catching something on Tiffany's channel whenever she decides to.
If you know of a Christmas movie that's streaming, let me know. Okay.
Oh yeah, and we're
Thank you.
doing planning also on the what day are we doing that? I forgot.
Yeah,
On the 16th,
on Friday the 16th, we're doing the planning.
Yeah,
Nia, so
Yeah,
you'll
so
see me on
planning
other. Yeah, you'll see me on other houses, not on mine. But come back on the 23rd if you don't have anything to do. You might have. That's okay. So let's wave goodbye. Like the beautiful people that we are, that we're tired and done. We're loading in. Bye bye, y'all. Bye bye.